Andrew Perloff here for SI.com. I'm with Aaron Nagler, and I have an uncomfortable question for you, Mr. Nagler.
Uncomfortable? Oh, no.
What do you do if you own the New York Giants after today's depressing loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, I said a couple weeks ago that I thought Tom Coughlin was going to get fired, and now I'm pretty darn sure that that's what's going to happen. The question for me is if the general manager, if Reese stays in place. Right. Because you look at this team that's out on the field, and you see a lot of shuffling of the offensive line. Obviously, Jeff Schwartz got hurt again, and that's a free agent acquisition that has been problematic and hasn't been able to stay on the field. You look at the guys in the secondary who have been injured a lot, and that hasn't worked out. Why were all these acquisitions necessary in the offseason? Because you missed on draft choices. And eventually that's going to catch up to you. I don't think Tom Coughlin suddenly forgot how to coach, but I do think his message, his voice, is falling on deaf ears in that locker room at this point.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, but I don't know about the firing. I really hope that he can resign. If it doesn't work out, you know, if they don't go on a run here at the end of the season and it's obvious that they bottom out. Now, something reminded me here, this loss today was bad. As Tom Coughlin said afterwards, they would be better off coming out and kneeling in the
kneeling in the second half. That's a great line. That's a quote.
So yeah, I know that they're super loyal, but they have had sea changes before. You know, a lot of resources there, great ownership family. I think that I agree with you. Jerry Reese has a bad track record. This could be good in a way if you're a Giants fan.
Do you think Eli survives?
Now, I do, although I know as a fact a lot of people are calling for his head saying, you know what, if you're going to bring in a new coach, you want a mobile quarterback, and Eli, you know, is old school. Personally, I don't think you're going to find a better quarterback than Eli. You're taking a big risk if you let him go. What do you think?
Well, that's always the case, isn't it? If you let go of someone, you better have a replacement on hand. And a lot of times we see that in the NFL where the grass is always greener until it isn't. I stick with Eli. I'm with you. I think he's still capable of being a very good quarterback. I think he's been hampered by the fact Victor Cruz went down. Odell Beckham Jr. came back and provided a spark, but he's not a #1 wide receiver. And they haven't had a running game. And their offensive line has been bashed up all year. So I think you give him a serviceable offense with working parts, he can still get you where you need to go.
That's exactly. Eli needs the pieces around him. He's made some bad pieces look good through the years. I think he could be good with the right team.
Agreed.
For Aaron Nagler, I'm Andrew Perloff for SI.com.